What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to the Anime Plus podcast. This is your podcast for everything anime and anime related. In today's episode, we're going to be going over a poll conducted by Anime Japan, and we'll talk about that in a second. And that poll will basically be about which anime or which manga we want to see animated as anime and manga fans. So with that being said, if this is your first time here, I'm your boy Aray, and I'm with my co-host Owen. Owen, bro, how we doing?
Doing good, bro. Doing good. Just same shit, different day, you know what I mean?
I feel you, bro.
That's how it be, bro. That's how it be.
Bro, you know what? I wanted to let you know real quick, bro.
What's up?
Celtics just beat the Nets again, back to back.
The who?
The Celtics beat the Nets.
Nothing new over here, bro.
I just wanted to rub that in a little bit.
Yo, who the fuck is on the Nets now? Fucking Mikal Bridges? That's it, bro?
He's not even on the Nets anymore.
Yo, what the fuck, dude?
Dude, didn't you just go to a game like last week?
Fucking who is that? D'Angelo Russell is back on the Nets?
Yeah, he's back.
That's it, literally.
Yo,
And he was a freaking role player on the fucking Lakers. Like, bro, what?
yo, real talk though, that sucks that you went to a Lakers Nets game and then LeBron wasn't even playing.
Bro, low key, I'm tight, bro. I swear to God. Went to the game thinking I'm about to see Braun do his thing, bro. I saw Braun though. At least I got to see him, which was fine. But I didn't get to see the man play, which got me tight because that's probably the only time I'll ever go see LeBron like that. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I actually had some good fire fucking seats. We were in the suite. Shit was
That's
up.
hey,
So,
bro.
huh?
Were you yelling at Luca? Be like, yo, we did a pod, we did a pod about you.
Yo, Luca was also ass that game, bro. I
Oh
swear.
yeah,
God. I swear to God, bro.
they lost that game too,
The
right?
only, what's up?
They lost that game too.
Yeah, by very little, but they lost. Like the fuck. That shit was fucking annoying, bro. That I didn't get, like, bro. I wanted to see a banger Luca game at least if LeBron wasn't there.
Mhm.
Didn't get to see that. Didn't like barely got to see literally I got to see LeBron for like a couple seconds. Like that shit, like bro, what the fuck, man?
That's tough, bro.
It's tough, but I mean, it was the first time I was in a suite at a basketball game, so yeah. And also the third thing was we didn't go to MSG for an MSG game. We went to a Nets game.
Yeah, yeah. Barclays. I mean, Barclays is cool, but it's not MSG.
Literally, like I've been to Barclays a couple times, but I've never been to MSG. So yeah, the whole thing was that the reason why we picked the Nets game was because the Lakers were playing, and we were like, "Yo, we're gonna see LeBron." Turns out LeBron's not playing anymore, so LeBron wasn't playing. So it was a bunch of bullshit.
That's tough. All
Yeah.
right, let's get into this episode.
Let's get it.
So, Owen, have you heard of Anime Japan?
No, what is that?
All right, so Anime Japan is like it's technically a show, but it's also made up of like apparently it's like 19 different companies, all different companies within the anime industry. So like some of them are like Aniplex, uh Bandai Namco, Studio Perio, Production IG, Toei Animation. So all these big animation studios and producers. So they all kind of come together and they have like a show slash like awards, events, stuff like that. So they have like an annual poll every single year where they go over which manga they want to see animated. So they just finished conducting that, and we got a list of 10 different manga that want to become anime, or I guess people want to see them become anime. So we got a list of that here.
Oh shit, let's get it, bro. I feel like there's so many manga that are low key like hidden per se that most anime watchers just don't know of, and if they were an anime, they'd be like crazy, but we just don't know. There's always so many manga that I don't know that are so good, but just because they're only manga, I just don't know of them.
Exactly. Like there's so many stories out there, and not every single one of them is going to get an anime adaptation. But this will at least put them on the map. So maybe a studio will pick them up, and then maybe we'll get an adaptation eventually.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So I just want to preface this by saying that this poll was conducted on X and their website. So it's not necessarily a small poll, like 150,000 people voted. So it's not small at all. Like there's a lot of people voting for this. So, there's going to be eyes on it for sure.
Nice. What do you know the total count of people voting?
Yeah, 150,000, a little bit over that. I think it was like
Holy shit.
1,000, something like that.
Damn, it's actually a lot. I can't lie.
Right. It's a decent amount.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So let's start off with 10, right?
Let's get it.
All right. So
Down.
I'll read the synopsis. I'll tell you the title, and you let me know what you think about the cover art and the synopsis.
Yeah.
Okay. So coming in at number 10 is Love Bullet, and here's a synopsis. Trading love's bows and arrows for firearms, these cupids are heart snipers. Koharu, an indecisive novice cupid, joins her senpais who are full of individuality in the romance gun action series.
Trading loves bows and arrows for firearms? What is that?
So like I guess it's like a version of Cupid, but like dude's strapped up.
What the fuck? Wait, the name's trading?
No, the name of the series is Love Bullet.
No, I'm saying like the person. Trading loves bows and arrows.
The synopsis is saying like instead of bows and arrows, it's firearms.
Okay, 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 okay.
I'm assuming the character's name is Love.
Oh, the person's name is Loves. I'm reading it like trading is the person, loves
Yeah,
bows and arrows. Like then it makes no grammatical sense after that. But now I get it. Trading loves bows and arrows for firearms. These keep okay. Now I get it. Okay, makes sense. This is a fucking um instead of Stone Age, Stone War, we got some modern warfare, modern warfare cupids.
yo,
I'm dead, bro.
yeah. But what do you think about like the cover art? I mean, the synopsis and then I don't. You can see the characters over here. What do you think about them?
So as for the synopsis, it honestly didn't give too much, realistically.
Yeah, fair.
Um, I think it gave enough that we kind of have like an idea of what's going on, but nothing about the plot, realistically. We don't know too much about the plot. Um, I like how this Cupid doesn't look like the average Cupid, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that doesn't like that looks like a high school girl that has wings, right? Cupids are usually babies that have
that's
wings, right? I think maybe compliance purposes they couldn't couldn't do that.
yeah,
That'd be kind of wild. I'm not gonna lie, but I like the art. I like how she kind of looks like she's stealthy about it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
She
Another
kind
thing I like about it is like if you look at the character designs on the bottom here, they all have like the same style, like white hair, red eyes. They kind of look like shoot, what are they called from One Piece?
white hair, red eyes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm talking about, King?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Like Lunarians.
Yes, they look like Lunarians, bro. They got they got wings, white hair, red eyes.
Oh
It's kind
shit,
of
bro.
tough, bro.
It is tough. Low key, anybody with the white hair, they go hard.
Thanks. That's
Usually,
Owen
usually,
number one or rune number two.
usually mad strong, bro, for some reason.
hmm But yeah, personally, I don't know if I'd be watching this one, but I will say at the very least, I was reading through like the author's comment on making the top 10 and just kind of paraphrase. They said something about like it would be great to see gun action and emotional scenes in an anime. So it looks like there's a decent balance between the both of those action, or I guess gun action and emotional.
Do you like gun action in anime?
I do sometimes. Like there's some series where like it could be done well. Like I remember watching Gun Gale Online, which was the spin-off of Sword Art Online, and I thought that was pretty decent.
For me, I'm not usually too crazy about gunplay in anime. Sword play and close quarters combat, yeah. I feel like guns are just guns, you know? But obviously, like that's coming from a very shonen perspective.
No, that's a fair point.
I gotta see that boy Ben Beckman with the gun though. I gotta see what he's doing. And
Right?
Yasop. And Yasop. Okay.
Facts. All right.
Yeah.
You want to move on to the next one?
Let's get it.
All right. So coming in at number nine for manga that we want to see animated, we have Junket Bank. And I can read the synopsis for you real quick, but I couldn't really find like a legitimate one. Like I try to keep it all um consistent, all using the same website to kind of get the same direction, but the one on there kind of sucked. You know how it is, bro. If you pull it from Manga Plus, the synopsis sucks.
Yeah.
I'll just kind of paraphrase it here, but it's basically about this one character who he kind of transfers himself into a quote unquote appraisal unit. He was originally a bank clerk, and then he went to this appraisal unit. And then because of his boss, he got guided to a secret underground passage in that bank. And then it kind of starts a whole new world of high stakes gambling.
Okay. Uh I feel like I feel okay. So I feel like this could be like super interesting with the
Yeah.
high stakes and all that. Makes you, makes you like edge of the bed type of thing.
Hmm.
Uh, it's funny enough, I was in Vegas not too long ago, and I saw the gamblers there, bro. Bro, they looked like they were zombies,
Yeah. Yeah.
like just like hitting the button and trying to get more money. I feel like it's just, I mean, I'm the type where I don't gamble just because I feel like it's just you're bound to lose money. Obviously, there has to be some winners for there to be like losers. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like most people are just losers. So like will lose. So there's no point in it. But I can understand because bro, I was watching my friend, guy put in $100. I think he won like 350 in like 5 minutes. So like yeah. That's the you see that once and then and then I saw like another 10 people just lose all their money. So like yeah, that's kind of what happens.
Yeah.
But it is exciting to see other people lose money. So yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Now, I think there's a difference between, that's great. Crazy, Steve. Yeah, my dude said it's fun to see other people lose money.
As long as I'm not losing money, I'm chilling, bro.
I'm dead. No, but I think there's a difference between actually physically gambling yourself and kind of watching it through an anime because like just looking at the genre and like the themes of this show or this manga, it's suspense, high stakes gambling, psychological, strategy games. So like you can already tell like main character is about to be crazy. And I know I paraphrased the synopsis, but like the legitimate word was he was bored of being a bank clerk. So like maybe this dude is like on some demon time and he's like a super smart intellectual and maybe he's good at gambling because there's people that I don't know if you've heard of this but there's people that get banned from like
Yeah.
casinos because they're so good at it they can card count they know the
Well,
because the general because the general word of mouth is the house always wins but there are people that know how to exploit that so this character could probably be one of those people and it's just they made a manga out of it.
I saw my friend while we were in the Uber going to the casino. I saw him like looking at these charts, doing all this shit. I was like, bro,
That's
this is
great.
I was like, this is all bullshit, bro. Come on now. But yeah, there are people that can kind of alter the game a little bit based on counting cards and stuff like that for sure.
No, we do have a couple good gambling manga or and anime out there, so I think that this one could do well as an anime. I personally would watch this one too.
Yeah, I think it's fun. Again, I think it's fun watching people lose money. So just because there's like so much high stakes, and you're kind of part of the stakes, but you're not losing any money. So it's like you're still at the edge of your seat because you kind of put yourself in their shoes. Uh,
Right. Right.
but yeah, it's not it's you don't lose anything, so it's fine. And then the whole thing is when they lose the money or whatnot, you get no repercussions.
That's demonic, dog.
It's like there's no repercussions, but then when they win, there's still no repercussions or like good stuff, but you still have a good feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, no, I got you. I got you.
Yeah. So yeah, I do think overall this would be an anime I'd probably watch.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
let's move on to the next one.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one is called The Person in a Villainous. It's got a longer title name, but we'll just read the shorter title. And here's a synopsis. Although Kobayashi is heartbroken over her own death, she realizes she has reincarnated as her favorite character from an Otome game, the villainous Ramila Rosa Grapner. Emmy is a kind and generous by nature and therefore determined to give Ramilia the life she deserves. Her warmth soon charms every key character, and she ensures Ramilia's bright future. For a decade, Ramilia has watched over Emmy from the inside, satisfied as long as the tender-hearted Emmy was happy herself. The arrival of the protagonist, Pina Blanche, envelops Emmy's world in darkness. From the beginning, Pina shows her true colors, resorting to underhanded methods to destroy Ramilia's reputation until everyone turns against her. When despair overwhelms Emmy, control over her body returns to Ramilia, but Ramilia is not so forgiving that she will simply let Pina have her way. She swears to take revenge and show everyone who wronged Emmy the power of a true villainess.
Uh, Probably not something I'd watch.
Okay, so let me preface this by saying I had no idea what Atome game is, so I kind of looked it up. So I could be a little off base here, but from what I got, it's like a game where you play as like a character and that of a female gender. So it seems to me that this series is about a girl who, so this is a isekai. So she dies, she
Yeah.
spawns in as one of her favorite characters from one of those video games, and that character is supposedly like a villain, right? And she becomes like a nice villain, you know what I mean? And then the quote unquote protagonist, which in this case is a good guy, but technically it's our antagonist for the main character. Um, is trying to like ruin her life, like the villainess and the main character. And then now now it kind of just looks like this character loses control, and now like the actual character that is the real character from the video game is taken over, and she wants revenge. So the character from the game is the
Yeah.
actual villain, and then the person that reincarnates is kind of a nicer person, but she had lost control.
Yeah. I get you. Uh, I don't know. It's an interesting concept. Don't get me wrong here. I do like the cover art here.
Mhm.
It's decent, but I don't think I'd watch it. How about you?
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Low key, I'm not gonna lie to you, the synopsis was crazy confusing. Like I had to read it a couple times to kind of get it,
Yeah.
but it sounds like it has potential to be like a mind fuck.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Especially since it's the isekai and like the villain turns good, kind of, you
Yeah,
know? Yeah. But
yeah.
yeah, let's get on to the next one, brother.
Personally passing on it though.
Yeah, me too. For sure.
All right, so next one is I've seen this one a lot. So out of all the ones, this has been pretty popular. This one is called Gokurakugai. And here's a synopsis. Gokurakugai, a bright and bustling working class district with a hidden dark side. In this area, without order, Tao and Elma work as troubleshooters for hire. Their missions involve helping a young boy find his lost friend, a person who disappears without a trace, and disfigured animal corpses. All the while, the evil spirits who live in the shadows bring out a different side to these troubleshooters.
Okay. Hold up, hold up. Can you read that first part again?
Bro, you won't make me say the word?
Just the first sentence.
All right, bro. Yeah, I'm definitely saying this wrong, but Gokurakugai, a bright and bustling. Yeah, you just want me to hear me say that.
No, but that's funny too.
Oh, dude. Would you actually want me to read the whole thing?
Okay, hold up. Okay. Goku Rakugai, a bright, bustling, working class district with a hidden dark side. In this area, without order, Tao and Alma work as troubleshooters for hire. What's a troubleshooter?
So I think what it's trying to say is like they kind of do odd jobs.
Okay. Yeah. I do see like a weapon in one person's hand
Yeah,
and a phone in the other,
right.
right? So one guy gets the call, the other guy does the freaking booming.
It's possible, bro.
That's kind of one guy captures the lead, the other guy fulfills whatever they're asking for.
Hey, bro, it's like Spy Fam, bro. Like one dude's the hitman or the assassin, the other dude's like the what do they call them? Not like the connector, but
I forgot
yeah,
completely.
you know what I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah, I get you. Okay, so I don't know. Uh, have you ever watched 3%?
Bro, you've been telling me about this one for a minute. I haven't watched it.
Oh yeah, I have told you about it. I've been watching. I finished it, but like it kind of reminds me of that where it's like a lawless land,
Yeah,
right? And damn, right? That's like kind of hitmen rule lawless lands because they're usually the most. They're the best at killing, right? They're the best at like uh killing, and because there's no laws, there's no repercussions, and it's kind of like in those scenarios, it's like survival of the fittest, whoever can win or that can't. It's usually about survival, so whoever can kill or whoever can't be killed, those are the guys that usually win. So interesting theme we got here for sure.
yeah. No, I just think it's like it's not. I don't want to say it's a nice little twist, but it's like the add-on that really makes this one appealing. Like, yeah, you got two people that are just doing random shit to make their money, but then like you add it's that disfigured animal corpses, evil spirits.
Yeah.
I feel like that just adds a whole new flavor to it, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I feel like because it's a lawless land and there's no authority,
Mhm.
the fact that there are these wild creatures and whatnot, it just makes it even more intense.
Yeah, and I just feel like the character art is fire too. Like, beat these characters, bro. We got swords, we got guns, dude smoking, sick.
Yeah, shit sick. This is something I'd watch. 100%.
Move on to the next one.
Yep.
All right, so this next one is called Ugly Duck, Ugly Duckling of the Entertainment District. And here's the synopsis.
Ah.
Yeah. Abandoned by her latest family, Asora is left with nothing and nowhere to go. Starving, she steals food from a temple and sneaks inside to wait out a thunderstorm. Once she wakes up, she's been transported to a different realm and sold in chains to a mysterious man in a paper mask. Trapped in a strange new world, Asora must now begin training to become a courtesan if she wants any hope of regaining her freedom and discovering the masked man's secret.
Sheesh, bro. Wait, what was that word? Courtesan? What's a courtesan?
I don't know, bro. I'll Google it, but
I'm
this
gonna.
this is like a drama fantasy romance series.
Yeah. Probably something I wouldn't watch, but I am curious what a courtesan is.
Hey, all right, all right. A courtesan historically refers to a woman often of high social standing who engages in sexual relationship with rich or powerful men. A
So
typical
sugar baby.
what?
So sugar baby.
Yeah, essentially.
It's basically like in One Piece. Remember in Wano, you had Orochi, and then he was surrounded by a bunch of like girls.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of how it is. I think it's like a harem for like rich dudes.
Yeah.
On
It's
on them.
interesting that it says that she's training to become one. So it's not that she's doing it for the mass man, but like the mass kind of like I don't want to say it, but like dude is like selling her or training her to sell her out. I don't know, bro.
All I'm saying is this is some Diddy shit, bro.
This is crazy.
This is Diddy and anime, bro. Holy shit.
All right, move on to the next one.
Yeah.
All right, so this one has been popping off forever. I don't know why, but I'll read the synopsis. You let me know. This one is called Kindergarten Wars. And here's a synopsis. Kindergarten Nowhere is widely known as the world's safest kindergarten. Attended by the children of wealthy and notable figures, its defenses are seemingly impenetrable, even though assassination attempts are a big part of the daily routine. However, the teachers of the kindergarten are far from ordinary. They all are convicted criminals trying to reduce their sentences. The recently joined legendary assassin named Rita is no different. According to her contract, she must work as a teacher for a full year to be released. Rita quickly proves her worth with unmatched combat skills, but even the notorious assassin has a weakness. She longs for a handsome boyfriend, which leaves her vulnerable in combat when faced with a particularly attractive opponent. Rita and her colleagues continue to ensure the children's safety to gain freedom, but Rita never stops looking for the man of her dreams.
Okay, so we got a little kind of love story going on. Not full love story, but she's at least trying to find love here. Honestly, I love the cover art.
Yeah, yeah, it looks pretty cool.
I think it's out of all the things we've seen so far, I think this is the most unique. She looks like Anya holding a gun,
Yeah, a little bit.
low key. Kindergarten is the name, or she's in, okay. No, no. Kindergarten is she's in kindergarten.
No, she's a kindergarten teacher.
Okay, okay, okay. She's a kindergarten teacher. I'm a dumbass. I do think. What do you think about this?
Yeah, so this is like the opposite of Sanji. So like, you know how Sanji be like he'd be getting down bad when like he has to fight a girl, and it's like
Yeah,
he can't physically fight her.
yeah, yeah,
It's the opposite. So she's teaching a classroom of kindergartners, and then she's a badass. But then when it comes to like good looking dudes, if they like pop out and they try to make assassination attempts, because remember these are all like children of wealthy notable people. So
yeah.
obviously they're trying to make that assassination attempt. So when they're trying to do that, and if they're good looking guys, she kind of does the same thing that Sanji would do.
So not hit them.
Probably. Yeah.
So what happens to the kids?
No, bro, we're gonna have to find out.
Oh my God, that guy. She said, "Fuck them kids, bro."
She's just trying to find her baby dad.
Literally, bro. This is insane. He said, "Fuck them kids." I need that. Yeah.
Yeah, I will say though, this is the second time that this series has made this pull. So it was there last year and it was there again this year.
Yeah. Damn, it's that popular?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this one were to get a anime adaptation. It was started last year.
I mean, if it's 2 years in a row, I think we'll probably get something soon. Realistically.
It's number five this year, but it's on its final chapter, so it's only a matter of time before it ends.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, something I'd probably watch.
Yeah, I mean it's an action comedy, so like I think the whole premise is like not only like is she going to be like fighting off assassins and stuff like that, but like it's supposed to be funny.
Yeah. I mean, those are my two favorite genres anyway, so.
Sure. Let's
Yeah.
move on to the next one.
Yep.
All right, so this next one is called Phantom Busters, and I'll read the synopsis. High school freshman Eugene Korikishi is an honor student with zero psychic powers who does not believe in ghosts. However, his high school life takes an unexpected turn when he meets a maverick boy named Mogori Shishikuno, who exorcises ghosts by eating them. Set in Kamakura, this coming-of-age comedy about a high school boy who dispels evil spirits begins.
Okay. What do you think about this?
I already know what you're gonna say. You're definitely sick of the whole supernatural spirits and stuff like that.
Bro, it's every single show.
Yeah, yeah, it's been a trend recently.
What do you
Um,
think so far?
I feel like this is one that just reading the synopsis, I'm not particularly compelled to reading it or watching it if it were to turn into an anime, but I think that if it had a couple banger episodes, it could be pretty tight. I mean, the cover art looks pretty cool. Like my dude's just sticking out his tongue. It looks like he has like a seal or something like that on his tongue. The character art looks pretty decent. I just feel like this is one that like I have to actually be able to get into before giving it an assessment because I don't think that I would get into it without necessarily watching or reading it first.
Yeah. Loki, he's doing the Jordan face or what?
The Jordan face, yeah, a little bit.
I feel like there's so many anime that's like, oh, it's a world of magic, but there's no magic. It's a world of ghosts, but he can't see ghosts. Like,
Right,
bro, we've kind of seen that shit so many times. But then again, they're always bangers. So, yeah,
right.
except except Demon Slayer, but yeah,
Yeah, I mean, who knows? It could be good. I don't want to like play it down, but it's number four for a reason.
yeah, exactly. I think it'd probably be good.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. All right, so top three, bro. This one right here is called Firefly Wedding. Now I'll read the synopsis.
Yeah.
So, first of all, this is a romance series, but here's the synopsis. Satoko, the eldest daughter of the Honorable Kiragaya family, has received many marriage proposals from men captivated by her beauty and grace. However, she has turned them all down due to her secret heart defect. Despite her condition, Satoko is still willing to find a husband to ease her beloved father's concerns. While on a stroll, Satoko is kidnapped by a group of mercenaries, one of them being Shinpei Goto, a legendary assassin tasked with executing her. Satoko tries to bribe Goto into freeing her, but it proves unsuccessful. Out of options, Satoko makes a desperate gamble. Under the pretense of a love at first sight, she asks him to marry her. Unexpectedly, Goto takes the bait and vows to protect her. As the couple escapes to freedom, Satoko struggles to keep up with the ruse and make sense of the mysterious man she has eloped with.
So my boy just got finessed.
It looks like it, like he was about to clap her, and then she's like, "Nah, just marry me," and he's like, "Ah, bet."
Yeah. Um, First of all, what's this heart defect? Is it like a physical heart defect or is it an emotional heart defect? You know what I mean? Firstly, and
Yeah,
then secondly, she just played this boy, and now I don't know. She's probably gonna fall in love. We'll see.
yeah, I can see why these series are so popular because you like as a reader, you want to root for these romances that don't seem very possible. Like the girl clearly does not like him. She's just doing it out of fear for her life. But this dude, like, he had no reason to be like, let's get married and you know what I mean? Like, did she find her like to be a baddie, or was he just kind of like, I don't know, bro, like, you know what I mean? Like, does he have an ulterior motive? I don't know. Like, I feel like it could be a compelling story.
Yeah, I don't know. It is. It's something that you know, definitely brings a good amount of plot to it because we don't know who's thinking what.
Mhm.
But from what it seems, it's like this girl has him on the ropes, and it's like she's like super beautiful, so that's why he got reeled in.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, this has potential. I would say that for sure.
yeah. Probably not gonna watch it, but it doesn't have potential for sure.
Same. All right, let's move on to the next one. Number two. All right, bro. Coming in at number two, we have and excuse my Japanese, bro, but I'm gonna try my best here. Usotsuki Gokuou-kun. All right, here's a synopsis. The world is overflowing with them. Fibs, falsehoods, lies. Surely you, too, reader, have told a lie at least once in your life with your heart beating fast. This is a story about dealing with those lies. The protagonist, Gukao, is a master liar who loves both lying and exposing other people's lies. Together with with his strange pet, Nico Karasu, he starts to expose the ocean of lies in his new school. Fighting lies with lies, all Gukao needs is the power of the quote unquote tongue. What exactly does that mean, you ask? Have a look and find out.
What that tongue do, bro?
Oh,
Sheesh.
yeah.
Well, first of all, I want to say the cover art looks amazing.
Right.
Second of all, we just got an evolved version of Usopp right here.
Bro, I was about to say, yo, no, he's not even Usopp, bro. Yo, this dude a snitch, bro. This is straight,
Loki,
bro.
Loki,
He's
he's a
a
snitch, but he's a lying snitch. Like he snitches and he lies about what's going on.
right, you're right. I completely glossed over the fact that he's a master liar.
Like he lies about all the lying.
Yo, this dude is like a lying snitch, bro. That's crazy, bro.
How can you be both at the same time? That's kind of crazy.
Yo, my
Like,
dude is a op.
bro, doesn't he just get reverse snitched on?
Right, that's the thing, bro. Yo, this I don't know, bro. Like at first I was like, yo, how did this get second? But I kind of like it, bro.
Bro, I think it's gonna be funny. I think it's like a super comedy type of anime.
Yeah. No,
What's the
what
genre here?
the genre is listed under supernatural, probably for like that Neka Karasu, that strange pet thing. That
Yeah, I see it.
mythology and school. Those are like the themes.
Okay. I mean, obviously school, but yeah. Let's see. Let's see how this goes.
One thing I will say is I was kind of reading the author's comments on being selected for this. Um, the author was saying that this series started 10 years ago, but finished 3 years ago. So he was saying that like social media and other people, former readers, have brought it back. So I think that's pretty interesting that series has been done for 3 years and it was just voted this year into the top 10 or
Oh,
number.
okay. It's kind of getting resurrected per se.
Yeah, no, I always find that interesting. Like we talked about it before when like remember Slam Dunk was done and they pulled out a movie out of their asses and then it became like a top selling manga that year, even though the series has been done for 20 years. This gives me the same type of vibes. I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I agree completely.
All right. You want to move on to the next one?
Let's get it.
All right. So coming at number first for the best manga that should be animated, we got Nue's Exorcist. So here's a synopsis. Yajima has been able to see spirits since he was small. At his new high school is a room that nobody else can see, and inside is a spirit who loves playing video games. A new modern exorcist saga now begins. Yo, real quick though, before we get into that synopsis, I actually read the first few chapters of this. I don't think the synopsis does the best job, but basically, this dude like the main character Yajima, like shit keeps happening at his school, and he has no choice but to go to that spirit and ask for help. So that's why he keeps going to that spirit. But that spirit just likes to play video games. So like he has to appease that spirit by bringing her video games and shit like that. But that's basically what the series is about. I kind of dropped after like two, three chapters. I'm not gonna lie, but
Damn.
that's the basics.
Damn, what? It just really wasn't that good?
It just wasn't something that I found interesting.
Sheesh, okay.
And again, like just the whole spirits thing, we're kind of sick of it at this point.
Yeah, honestly. I will say that the art looks good.
It does, yeah. Like I don't want to say it was bad per se, but like it was just I didn't love it at the time.
I get you, bro. But on that note, which one was your favorite?
Um, Probably Junkin Bank, which was the gambling one.
Yeah. Okay.
Gokuraku guy, if I'm saying that right. That was the quote unquote troubleshooters that do like those weird jobs. I like those two.
I
Or
feel like I would like the lying liar.
you know, I just realized, bro,
Yeah.
doesn't Utsoski mean like liar?
I don't know, does it?
I think it does, bro. Or like lie. So I read the Japanese for it, but I'm sure that that's what that means.
What Goku is his name, I'm assuming, right?
Whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I feel like this is gonna be like a, this is gonna be heavy comedic relief type of anime. Go back. Let me look through a couple of them.
Yeah, sure.
Nah, nah, nah. Maybe.
Which
No.
one? Kindergarten Wars?
Maybe this one? Nah. Hey, this was okay. No, for sure. Yeah, this was a good one.
That's it.
Yeah, probably the casino one.
Yeah, Junk and Bink. Yeah, I think that one's gonna be fire.
Yeah, and the liar one for me. I think those are it.
Yeah. There's no guarantee that these get anime adaptations, but you never know, man. You know, we just had a series that was canceled. The manga was canceled like 8 years ago, whatever it was, and now it's coming back as an anime adaptation. So hopefully these or this poll does some justification and gets an anime studio looking in the direction of these series, and then who knows, man?
Bro, if these polls actually work, I think from these polls, right, they should do a top three from these, and then those three get animated. I think that would be fair.
Right, right. Like I could see anime adaptations for all three of these first ones. I mean, New Exorcist just because the sheer amount of popularity. Um, and I did look it up by the way. Utsosuki doesn't mean liar, so liar Gokuou-kun, and
Yeah,
then
that makes sense.
Firefly wedding one. Yeah, those could be all tough.
Yeah. I mean, let's just hope somebody from these anime studios kind of picks this up. I feel like they, I feel like the whole thing about anime studios not picking up manga is the fact that they wouldn't have an anime audience.
Right.
The fact is that there's so many people already giving you feedback that they're going to, I mean, watch it. Not 100% of them obviously are going to watch it. Not 100% of the people that voted are going to watch it, but I would say there's a high intent to watch it if people are voting. You know what I mean?
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's gonna be it for this episode. Join our Discord. Link is in the description. Let us know which one out of these series that you would like to see get an anime adaptation. If of any of these ones that you like, and if not, let us know in our Discord. Let us know like if there's any series that you guys want to see animated that didn't make this list at all. We're definitely interested to see that.
100%. And we appreciate all the support week after week.
Yes.
And if you guys do want to, chat with us, chat with like-minded folks, definitely join the Discord. It's always popping in there. And yeah, Eric, take us out, my man.
All right, that's gonna be it for this episode. We've done a lot of manga like episodes, not too like honestly, this past month we did like two or three of them. Yo, next episode is about to be fire, bro. We're gonna be doing the what anime we'll be watching for the next upcoming season. So stay tuned for that. But other than that, we'll catch you guys in our Discord or we'll catch you guys on the next episode. Until then, hope you guys have a great rest of the week. Peace.
Peace.